This Sunday would have been President Ronald Reagan's 100th birthday. His legacy is being remembered all this week. The Reagan Presidential Library is planning concerts, a giant birthday cake, and the opening of a new museum. There's also an ongoing project there where students get a rather unique history lesson. CBS News correspondent Elaine Quijano is here with the story. What a great idea for kids.
Really interesting. Good morning, Erica. Now, these kids were not even born when Reagan left office, so to them, experiencing a crisis from the 1980s is history. But it's more than that. It's history coming alive.
This is not your typical field trip. These fifth graders visiting the Reagan Library in Simi Valley, California, are about to go back 28 years and straight into the nation's nerve center.
When you walk through these doors, you will no longer be students.
You will make history.
Over the past 3 years, the Discovery Center program at the Reagan Library has been immersing kids of all ages into the Cold War. It's an interactive learning experience where each student plays a part in acting out the day's history lesson.
Students love it because it's a time for them to play roles that they wouldn't get to play anywhere else, and teachers love it because it hits a lot of the core standards.
This class from Township Elementary School is recreating an international incident that President Reagan dealt with in 1983.
The military needs orders on the situation in Grenada.
Rebels backed by Cuba have taken over the island nation of Grenada in the Caribbean, and the U.S. has a major concern.
800 American medical students are on the island and might be in danger.
These kids have not yet studied Grenada, and that's by design. Soon they'll learn how history unfolded, but for now they're on their own. They assume their roles in realistic settings. Journalists must decide what to report from the White House press room. Generals head to the Military Command Center aboard an aircraft carrier. Some head to the Oval Office.
You are all the president's trusted advisors.
And Kendall Wilkerson becomes the most powerful 11-year-old on the planet.
I am President Reagan, the commander-in-chief and the leader of the free world.
And like the former president, Kendall must choose whether to invade Grenada to rescue the medical students or negotiate with the rebel leaders.
I'm kind of thinking A, because if I discuss with them, then we can make a deal.
The point really isn't to get all of the answers correct. There are no right or wrong answers, but we do give them what happened true to history.
The President of the United States.
And then, as Reagan had done 28 years before, Kendall addresses the nation.
The last few days have been difficult for our country.
I concluded the United States had no choice but to act strongly and decisively.
The U.S. won a military victory in Grenada, and the 800 medical students were saved, but 18 service members were killed in action.
Being the president is having everybody's life in your hand. It is a lot of weight. It is like having this whole building on top of you.
After a day of experiencing the Oval Office, commanding ships, even taking the controls of Air Force One, learning firsthand how our government functions is a lesson that can't be beat.
It's just something that you know is going to be a memory that they have for the rest of their life.
And the Discovery Center is run by the Reagan Foundation. More than 20,000 kids have taken part so far, from fifth grade, like the group we just saw, all the way up through high school. Erica?
What a great way to live history.
Yes.
Elaine,
absolutely.
thanks.